Summary of Same as Ever. A Guide to What Never Changes, written by Morgan Housel. Introduction. The Little Laws of Life is a compelling exploration of enduring human behaviors in the face of a changing world. The author shares a lunchtime conversation between an individual named Jim and Warren Buffett during the challenging economic climate of 2009. In this poignant encounter, Buffett offers a perspective on the unchanging nature of human preferences by comparing the best-selling candy bar in 1962, Snickers, with the contemporary bestseller, still Snickers. This story sets the tone for the book's central theme. Certain aspects of human behavior remain constant across time, providing invaluable insights into navigating life's uncertainties. The narrative emphasizes the significance of recognizing timeless wisdom embedded in historical behaviors. While technological and societal landscapes transform over centuries, the author contends that fundamental aspects of human nature persist. Whether transported to the past or the future, one would observe people succumbing to greed, fear, risk, jealousy, and tribal affiliations, behaviors that echo across time. The book challenges readers to perceive change as both surprising and exciting, but it argues that the most potent lessons lie in behaviors that endure. The consistent patterns in human behavior serve as a preview of what to expect in the future, offering valuable insights into personal lives and the broader world. The author encourages readers to embrace the idea that understanding unchanging behaviors can provide clarity about their own lives, the world, and the future. Jeff Bezos' perspective is incorporated, emphasizing the importance of considering what will not change in the coming years. This perspective encourages individuals to invest confidence in aspects that remain constant, enabling better predictions about future trends and shaping decisions accordingly. For instance, Bezos highlights that Amazon customers will always seek low prices and fast shipping, allowing the company to invest significantly in these aspects with confidence. The book's philosophy extends beyond the realm of business, asserting that recognizing enduring principles applies to various facets of life. The author candidly admits uncertainty about specific future events, such as stock market fluctuations or political outcomes. However, the focus remains on understanding consistent human behaviors, such as the influence of tribal identities on thinking, which transcends time and circumstances. The narrative introduces the idea of universal truths, insights that hold in every imaginable version of one's life, independent of chance or luck. Naval Ravikant's perspective reinforces this, urging individuals to strive for success consistently across various scenarios, minimizing reliance on luck. Structured into 23 independent chapters, the book allows readers to delve into specific topics related to money, history, and psychology. Each chapter stands alone but collectively contributes to the overarching theme of understanding enduring human behaviors. In essence, The Little Laws of Life offers readers a guide to navigate the complexities of life by focusing on principles that withstand the test of time. It encourages a shift in perspective, from fixating on the excitement of change to recognizing the profound lessons embedded in behaviors that remain constant across generations. Through anecdotes, historical references, and insightful observations, the book provides a roadmap for making sense of the past, present, and future. Hanging by a thread. In the vast tapestry of history, woven with the threads of countless events and decisions, there exists an intricate dance between the deliberate and the arbitrary. This delicate balance is explored through a personal story that unfolds against the backdrop of a skiing adventure in Lake Tahoe, resonating with broader historical examples. The narrative invites reflection on the capricious nature of life-altering events and the challenges inherent in predicting the future. The tale begins with a journey to the early 2000s, where a tight-knit group of ski racers, including the author, navigates the slopes of Squaw Valley. The center of their universe is the Squaw Valley ski team, a dozen racers strong. Amid the camaraderie, 4 friendships stand out, with Brendan Allen and Brian Richmond at the forefront. The author's reminiscence paints a vivid picture of a decade spent skiing together, navigating icy slopes, and globetrotting in pursuit of the perfect race. The narrative takes a pivotal turn on February 15, 2001, when the team returns from a race in Colorado, only to be met with a relentless blizzard in Lake Tahoe. Skiing plans are halted due to the unsuitable conditions for racing, leading to a week of unstructured skiing, or free skiing, as the author describes it. This sets the stage for a fateful decision that would alter the course of the author's life. The author introduces the concept of randomness and unforeseeable consequences, echoing the sentiments of Tim Urban, who observed that the smallest nudges to the present can have major impacts on the future. The passage captures the essence of the unpredictable nature of life, encapsulated in Urban's words: "If you went back in time before your birth, you'd be terrified to do anything." The narrative unfolds against the backdrop of Lake Tahoe's weather eccentricities. A storm in mid-February blankets the region with 3 feet of heavy, wet snow, a detail that would soon become crucial. The combination of this heavy snow atop a light, fluffy layer sets the stage for potential disaster. Ski resorts, adept at managing avalanche risks, are mentioned, but the focus shifts to the perilous allure of skiing out of bounds, a decision that defies the safety measures of controlled slopes. The morning of February 21, 2001, becomes a pivotal moment as Brendan, Brian, and the author gather in the Squaw Valley ski team locker room. The decision is made to ski the backside, an out-of-bounds area behind the KT-22 chairlift. Little do they realize that this seemingly routine decision would lead to a cascade of events that would forever alter the trajectory of their lives. As they venture beyond the boundaries, an avalanche, initially perceived as awe-inspiring, becomes a moment frozen in time. The author vividly recounts the sensation of being caught in an avalanche, a surreal experience where skis lose contact with the ground, and the individual becomes a passenger in a tumultuous cloud of snow. The avalanche is small, the consequences seemingly inconsequential, as laughter follows their narrow escape. However, the day takes an ominous turn when Brendan and Brian express the desire to ski the backside once more. In a moment of intuition or perhaps sheer luck, the author decides against joining them for a second run. Instead, a plan is hatched for the author to drive around and pick them up at the end of their descent. This seemingly casual decision to avoid a second run becomes the linchpin of the narrative, an act of chance that separates life from death. The author's narrative shifts to the aftermath of that day, the anxious wait for Brendan and Brian's return, the realization of their absence, and the growing concern that culminates in a call from Brian's mother. The emotional weight is palpable as the author describes the heart-wrenching moment when Brian's mother reaches out, seeking information about her son's whereabouts. The passage captures the uncertainty, fear, and eventual despair that permeate the hours following the ill-fated skiing adventure. The narrative details the search efforts, the involvement of the police, and the eventual realization that something is profoundly wrong. The author's emotional state is laid bare, reflecting the profound impact of a tragedy that strikes close to home. The turning point arrives when search and rescue teams, equipped with giant photo maps, venture into the out-of-bounds area. The author guides them to the entry point and recounts the moment when the rescuers discover the scars of a recent avalanche, a massive debris field that paints a grim picture of what transpired in the absence of their knowledge. The chilling realization sets in. The avalanche was not a mere spectacle. It was a harbinger of tragedy. The narrative takes a somber turn as the author drives back to the locker room around midnight, finding solace in the familiarity of Brendan's Jeep and Brian's Chevy pickup. The image of the nearly empty Squaw Valley parking lot, with only these 2 cars remaining, becomes a haunting symbol of the void left by the absence of 2 friends. The emotional toll is palpable as the author grapples with the unfolding tragedy. The passage skillfully transitions to the collective response to the crisis, a community of ski racers, parents, friends, and family converging in the Squaw Valley ski team locker room. The author, enveloped in grief, recalls the surreal moment when reality crystallizes. The scream, the commotion, and the gut-wrenching realization that something irrevocable has occurred. The moment when Brian's mother learns of her son's fate. The narrative delicately navigates the aftermath. The search dogs homing in on a spot in the avalanche field, the discovery of Brendan and Brian buried under 6 feet of snow, born a day apart and now lying 10 feet from each other. The description of this tragic find is both poignant and heartbreaking, conveying the fragility of life and the arbitrary nature of fate. The author reflects on the proximity to his own mortality, realizing how close he was to joining Brendan and Brian on that fateful run. The question of why the author chose not to ski the backside for the second time lingers, an unanswered mystery that becomes emblematic of life's inexplicable twists and turns. The passage invites readers to introspect, prompting them to recall moments in their lives when seemingly inconsequential decisions had profound consequences. The narrative widens its lens, transitioning from the intensely personal story to broader reflections on the unpredictable nature of historical events. The author introduces the concept of history as a complex family tree, with each event having parents, grandparents, and siblings. Ignoring this intricate lineage, the author argues, can obscure the understanding of events and their lasting implications. The passage navigates through history, presenting 3 examples that underscore the impact of chance on the course of events. The Battle of Long Island in 1776 becomes a symbol of how a change in wind direction on a specific night prevented the British from obliterating George Washington's cornered troops. The narrative emphasizes the profound consequences of seemingly trivial elements like wind patterns on the formation of the United States of America. The sinking of the Lusitania in 1915 emerges as another example, illustrating how Captain William Turner's decision to shut down a boiler room for cost saving led to a 1-day delay. This seemingly inconsequential delay placed the ship directly in the path of a German submarine, triggering a series of events that played a pivotal role in rallying U.S. support for entering World War I. The narrative weaves in the story of Giuseppe Zangara's attempt to assassinate Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1933. Zangara, standing on a chair to aim his gun, inadvertently hit Chicago Mayor Anton Cermak instead of his intended target. Cermak's death altered the trajectory of Roosevelt's presidency, leading to the implementation of transformative New Deal policies that shaped the U.S. economy for decades. The passage skillfully connects these historical examples to the central theme: the world hanging by a thread, vulnerable to the whims of chance and accident. The narrative contends that these historical events, like the personal story of the skiing adventure, highlight the fragility of life and the unpredictable consequences of seemingly insignificant decisions. The author introduces the irony of studying history, acknowledging that while the endpoint of a story may be known, the origin often remains elusive. The narrative navigates through a chain of causation, illustrating how understanding the 2008 financial crisis requires tracing back through the mortgage market, interest rates, inflation, the monetary system of the 1970s, and the West's fear of communism after World War II. The passage advocates for viewing events in a broader historical context, emphasizing the interconnectedness of seemingly isolated incidents. The author contends that each event creates its own offspring, influencing the world in unique ways. Ignoring this intricate family tree, the narrative argues, can distort the understanding of events, leading to false impressions of their causes and consequences. The author reflects on the complexity of predicting the future, asserting that while forecasting specific events is challenging, understanding how people respond to fundamental drivers like greed, fear, and opportunity remains a reliable bet. The narrative challenges the conventional wisdom that to know where we're going, we must know where we've been. Instead, the author suggests that knowing where we've been may lead to the realization that we have no idea where we're going, a recognition of the world's vulnerability to chance and accident. The passage concludes by urging readers to keep 2 key considerations in mind in a world susceptible to chance and accident. First, the author advocates for basing predictions on how people behave rather than on specific events. While predicting the world's future may be impossible, predicting human responses to fundamental motivations is a bet the author is willing to take. The second consideration involves maintaining a wider imagination. The narrative contends that, regardless of the world's current state, Everything can change tomorrow due to some tiny accident no one is thinking about. The author emphasizes the compounding nature of events and the inherent difficulty in intuitively grasping how something small can grow into something significant. In essence, the passage invites readers to embrace humility in the face of the unpredictable, urging them to acknowledge the profound impact of chance on the course of events. The personal story of the skiing adventure serves as a poignant illustration of this theme, prompting readers to reflect on their own experiences and decisions that have shaped their lives in unforeseen ways.